guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leslie. If you don't know me, welcome. Today's video is Instagram picked my makeup video. I saw this trend go around a while back and I wanted to do a version of it. We did a few things. I didn't have you guys pick out everything, but I had you guys go on IG maybe, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, and I put some items in there. I didn't really say what it was for. I just said I need some help, and then I had you guys pick between 2 items per each thing. So 2 items for primer, 2 items for foundation, 2 items for concealer, and so on. And yeah, I didn't do everything, but most things that are the bigger things that you see on my face is all picked by you guys. So if you guys want to see what I use to do this makeup look, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, I've already done my brows. That was not one of the choices from my Instagram, so we're gonna move on to the next thing, which is to prep my face. And I already have moisturizer on, so you guys chose this over the Too Faced Peach one. So we're gonna be using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm just gonna use it all over my face. Alright, so now that I have that on, I'm just going to let it sit for a little bit so it goes into my skin, and then we're going to move on to the next item that you guys picked. Okay, so you guys picked the Fenty foundation. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. This is the one you guys picked over the Anastasia Luminous foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and just apply this to the face. I'm just gonna put it here on my hand here, and I'm gonna pick that up with just a sponge here. This is the Real Techniques complexion sponge. You guys have seen me use this before. We're gonna move on to concealer, and the concealer was a choice between the Jouer concealer or the e.l.f. Camo concealer, and of course you guys picked the e.l.f. Camo concealer. This is not the hydrating one, this is just a regular one, but I do love this concealer. Actually, it's pretty good. I do like both the Jouer and this concealer, so I wasn't like mad about it or anything when you guys picked the Camo concealer. I like both. The Jouer one is really nice as well. Also, I have been loving this sponge from e.l.f. It is so nice. I love that it's just the right size to get right underneath my eye. Alrighty. There we go. I want some dewiness to this look, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it like this. I'm not gonna set my face. I did ask you guys as well for a bronzer, and it was the Fenty bronzer up against my L'Oreal Bronzed bronzer, but you guys picked the Fenty one. This is in the shade Beige and Gal, and it is this really pretty shade. It is really subtle, but I still really love it. Let me get a brush here. This is from Farrah, and it is the Stippling 40 FM brush. Just making sure it doesn't have anything on it. Doesn't seem like it. Just gonna grab my bronzer with this. Doesn't look like a stippling brush to me, but I could be wrong. Next thing is the blush. I had the Alamar blush trio, and then I had the NYX Sweet Cheeks palette, and you guys chose the NYX Sweet Cheeks palette. That's what this one looks like. I love it. It's actually one of my favorite to use. So I'm just gonna grab a brush here. This is the Chicky N from Farrah brushes, and then the number is the 218. So I'm just gonna kind of mix a little bit of the pinky and the orange one. So this one up here and this one down here. You guys know I always pack on that blush because I love blush. Love to put it on the center of my face and my nose. Okay, there's that one. And then the next item you guys chose, there was 2 of them on this one, and it was the Tasha Denona Glow highlighter or the Morphe highlight in the shade Extra, and you guys picked the Morphe in the shade Extra, and that's what that one looks like. Very pretty. I'm gonna use the smaller brush here. There you have it. And now we're gonna move on to the eyes. This one, I actually haven't used it on camera, maybe once. I think on the last video I might have used it, but I only used like 1 shade in it. So you guys had to pick between the So Jaded palette from ColourPop and the ABH Norvina Volume 3 Pro Pigment palette. And you guys picked the Anastasia Norvina palette, and that is what this one looks like. Very pretty and bright, so I'm excited to use this one. I don't think that I've used it on camera before, like I said. I think I only used 1 shade in my last video, and I don't think I've used it in camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes here for these shades. I'm gonna be using my Anastasia eye primer and just grabbing a tiny bit. Remember guys, this stuff goes a long way. You don't need a lot, just a little bit for both eyes. You guys can see that. It already covered my eye with just that little dot. Now that that is primed, let's move on to the palette here. I think we're gonna do some green. I think that'll look pretty. So I'm gonna go in with this green. This is a D3. I'm gonna go in with that green first. And I'm gonna put that a little bit over the crease, just with this brush here. This is the Morphe M441. You guys can see that color is so cool. Gonna work that color into the crease, a little bit above the crease, just a little bit. Gonna grab a little bit more. I want the shade just a little bit more darker than that. Tapping it in first, and now I'm gonna blend in. I might grab a different brush here just to pack it on a little bit better than that. I think I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna still be using that same shade. I just want to pack this color on a little bit more. There we go. This is gonna be a little more precise. You guys can see that better. Okay, so we have that shade down. Now I'm gonna use the shade A1, which is this like yellowy green shade right there. And I'm gonna use that shade to blend out the green that we just set down. And I am bringing this one in a little bit more than I did with the other one. I'm gonna bring it just in here. I'm gonna go back in with that darker green, D3, just because we lost it a little bit when I blended it out. Oh, it looks so pretty. Gonna go back in with that A1 shade, the lighter yellow green shade, and go in and blend one more time. There we go. We have the blend that we want. Now I'm going to grab, it's this C5 shade, this shimmery shade right there, and I'm gonna put that on the lid. I'm just gonna put this color all over the lid. This is such a pretty shade. I didn't even have to wet the brush or anything. It went on so nicely. I love it. I'm gonna go back in with the shade D3 right here. I might pick up a little bit of the darker green, which is E1 right here. I think I am just gonna grab just a tiny bit of that darker green, just to darken it out a little bit on the outer corner here. And then I want a little bit of something different in the middle, so I'm gonna grab the shade B1, which is this shade right here, and I'm just gonna grab that one with my finger and place it over the top of that one that is already down and place it in the center. I'm just gonna grab a small brush here and grab that darker green that we used in the outer corner, this one right here, and I'm gonna smoke that out here on my lower lash line. Now to further smoke that out, I'm gonna use the green shade here called A4, this one right here, just on the bottom of that green shade we just put down. And then for the inner corner, I'm gonna grab the shade D5, just this one right here. There we go, guys. I'm gonna go off camera, do the other eye, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back with the finished look. I did add an eyeliner on my waterline here, and that is the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner. This one is in the shade DTLA, Downtown LA, for those of you guys who don't know what that means. There's that on my waterline, and then mascara that I use is just the Fenty Beauty mascara. Lip, I used 3 things here. So I used my Artist Couture lipstick in the shade Boy Toy. I used my lip liner. This is the Sephora line, and it is in the shade Rouge. And then I also used a gloss over all of that, and that is the Juvia's Place gloss in the shade It's Glass. And yeah guys, this is the finished look using the stuff that you guys picked for me on Instagram. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in my next one. Toodles!